What up, world? What up, fight family? It's your boy Mac with StayReadyBoxingTV coming at you with some news you can use and another ringside views. I got my co-host with the most with me, 503 Line, and I got a special guest in the building, Brandon the Cannon Adams. What's good, my brother?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Man, we doing good, man. Slow boogie, just trying to shake the pot and pull the dollar out and put some paint where it ain't.
Hey,
You know, what is it looking like on your end?
it's looking good, man. I mean, same old same. Training, always getting prepared for the next opportunity. Really, that's just about it for me on my end. Training, being a father, of course. You know what I'm saying? Kids, Christmas time coming in. Got to make the kids happy. Got to make the wife happy. That's just about it for me.
Man, I 100% agree with you. It's the holiday season and it's time to spend time with family and get that out the way. Man. So, man, I appreciate you taking the time and coming to do this. I wanted to do it on a Tuesday, but you told me how busy you were, so I moved some things around and made it happen.
Appreciate it.
Man. So, I'm going to start off with, the generic question, the usual questions. Man, what got you into boxing?
Honestly, dude, it was something that in the neighborhood what we was doing every summer. We had they threw boxing gloves out there, and we used to always play football. It always started off with throw up tackle. We used to always play football, throw up tackle, or box. So it was either two of the sports, and every time they put out gloves, I was just attracted to them. The same way I was attracted to football, but it was just something about being one of the best little dudes over there, because I was always short. Me being the same age as everybody, but looking like I'm 2-3 years younger, but able to hang with them, or kick their butts. That was something big to me because I was always told I was too small growing up. So that was always a way of proving that I was one of the big boys too.
And so, growing up in that type of environment, who was your early trainers and gym that you started off with, or any professionals that you was around to help kind of dictate your career when you was in the amateurs and things like that?
Well, that actually didn't take place. I didn't actually start boxing until I was 18, 19. And actually, the guy who got me involved with boxing never trained nobody before. His name was Big Al, Alvin Jones. And I think he had only probably like 6 or 7 amateur fights himself. So he turned me on to a trainer by the name of Dub Hundley, who was trained under Eddie Fudge and Bill Slayton. Them two dudes are the ones who taught my trainer how to train and box. And he been giving me the game. This dude is a Hall of Fame trainer. He's the guy that they made the $1 Million Baby behind, the movie The $1 Million Baby. Made him at Broadway Boxing Gym in Los Angeles, California, man. Dude, man, he just told me, because I couldn't afford him. Right when I first started coming there, he just stopped training Layla Ali. And all the professional fighters he was up in there training, he just told me, he said, look, if you keep coming to the gym every day, if I see you here every day and you keep working hard, I'll train you. And we had that conversation because the first thing that came out of my mouth is I don't have any money, man, but I work hard. I do whatever you ask. And that's when he told me, don't worry about pay. Don't worry about money, man. You keep coming every day and, we're going to figure something out. But until then, I want to see you keep coming up here. You be respectful. You get here on time. You train. And, because he one of them old school dudes. He one of them old school dudes who grew up in Mississippi, then moved to Florida. And then he moved out here. So I appreciate that dude. Him and Big Al, man, they was the father that I never had. The father, the grandpa, however you want to say it. But they were life changing, and they helped me become the man that I am today. So I'm very appreciative towards them, and especially towards the sport.
Man, salute. We got a comment in the chat. Wawa9302010 said, "What's up?" Salute, Brandon Adams.
And what's happening?
He also said Henry Tillman is his trainer.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Yeah, that's correct. That's correct." You got anything 503?
I'm sorry, say again.
No, I was saying my
Yeah,
503. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
I want to ask you, man, coming out of Cali, man, how hard is it, man? I'm not familiar. What part of California are you from again, bro?
I'm from Watts.
Oh wow, okay. What part of Watts? Jordan Downs, where? You
Man, shoot, it's a mixture of the Nickersons, the Haciendas, a bit of that's where my grandma stayed. She stayed in both those projects. Me personally, man, I grew up right in front of Magic Johnson Park, 120th. You familiar with that?
Oh yeah. Is that Crip territory over there?
You know what? It's a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Parus right across the street. You got
Mm.
the Millers who was right down the street. You got, man, it was infested with everything. Honestly,
Okay. So how did you manage to wiggle your way, like the LA cats say? How did you manage to wiggle your way up out of all that shit, bro? You understand me to get to where you at today,
man,
man?
I ain't gonna lie. It was the people in front of me. It was the people right before me, man. My older brothers and them, man, they didn't have the route that I was given. They took the route that was presented to them, and honestly, dude, they game banged. They tried to dabble with it a little bit due to the environment. You know what I'm saying? We all a product of our environment, a product of our streets. But for me, honestly, dude, it was watching them get in trouble. My mom, she didn't play no games at all, man. She had 9 kids. She whooped every last one of our asses. You know what I'm saying? So that was always in the back of my mind. I used to think, like, because I was just old enough to always get my ass whooped. So I didn't want to get a whooping from her. You know what I'm saying? So that was mainly one of the biggest things that kind of kept me off the streets, is more so than not worried about getting in trouble for by the law, or I'm saying getting into it with other peers, people that game bang from the different area. It was more so of my mom finding out anything. If she found out, I knew, it was gonna be hell once I got back home, and I didn't want that. So of course, I was always observant of the people in front of me. Like I said, man, the people that was just a little older than me, and their mistakes. I used to watch and learn and see how they went to jail, how they got caught, how they got in trouble. And I always wanted to be smooth, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be in trouble because, again, you know what I'm saying, there was no theory that was higher than hers, you know what I'm saying? She came with the belt, the extension cord, she came with everything. She was old school too, so I wasn't messing around, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Like, it clicked once I got around. I want to say like 15. I was like, shit, I ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? My mom, every day she's just like, hey, what's going on? What you doing? Huh? What you like? Yo, she was like static the way she always moves. So I just, I understood. You know what I'm saying? That she was running things. So that's
Yeah.
what saved me.
What was the age that you really started taking boxing serious? You know what I'm saying? Coming up as a teenager.
For me, it was when I turned 20. It was when I turned 20. Everybody in the boxing gym. We used to go from gym to gym. We started off at Broadway Boxing Gym. Then we used to go to Azteca Boxing Gym, Maywood Boxing Gym. We'd go to gyms in Santa Monica. And we'd go to Carson, the Rock.
I know about Carson.
And when we was going to these gyms, my trainers would put me up against the fighters up in there. And while I was thinking I didn't have enough experience, me questioning, my abilities, my levels and everything, the guys that was up in the gym, they all used to tell my trainer, like, yo, man, this kid is talented. This kid's got skills. You know what I'm saying? If you bring him up the right way, this dude could be a phenomenal fighter. And that's exactly what Dub Huntley and Big Al did. They was on me every day because I didn't know how to quit. I didn't know how to stop. I kept coming every day. And as I kept coming, they was like, all right, man, be prepared to turn pro. And I'm like, man, I've only been doing this for about a year. They're like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You've been training, you've been focusing, you've been doing everything we've been asking you. So, and plus Dub always told me I don't train amateurs. So that was always, in the back of my head that I knew what he was grooming me for. I knew what he was getting me prepared for. So right after my 6th amateur fight, I actually didn't win either. It was part of what tournament? I won a Golden Glove tournament. And then, so like I did like 2 tournaments. The first tournament I ever did was the Golden Glove tournament. They tried to get me to fight open, like right off the back, because everybody that was within the novice division, they kept falling out. They were just like pass. After the weigh-in, I came to the weigh-in, and we all, got on the scale, and it was like, now this little dude right here, man, is in shape. And I used to lift weights back then. I didn't know no better, so I guess I looked more like a bodybuilder. They was like, nah, man, if this dude is in shape, and then they see who my trainer was, all the trainers, they just was backing their fighters out. And then I fought in the finals, and in the finals I won. I beat the guy. I stopped him. We fought in the blue and gold tournament. I won 2 guys, and then the last guy that I fought, he won. And after that, my trainer was like, look, man, you ain't never got to go through this again. If you fight without no headgear, them gloves are smaller, you're going to be stopping everybody. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. Go up in here, do your thing, beat everybody. And it's nothing like the amateurs. They can't take anything from you. So that was kind of the mindset that I had, because I was hurt from losing in that blue and gold tournament, the blue and silver tournament, excuse me.
Well, I'm actually putting my nephew in Golden Gloves in February, so we're getting him ready now. He's 20. I think my nephew's 23, so
that's
we get him
cool,
right.
Man.
I know he said he want to take his time, so that was a good story about the Golden Gloves.
Yeah, my brother just turned. Well, my brother's 26, man, and he just turned professional, dude. It ain't got nothing to do so much, as when you start or taking your time. If you do it the right way, you can come up, man. You can be phenomenal. I'm living proof, bro. I started when I was 19, 18, 19. Turned pro when I turned 21, and you know what I'm saying, I'm fighting for world titles. Everybody wanted to see me back at a smaller division so I could reign. So
yeah, man.
it's all up to you.
I'm gonna tell you, watching you fight Jamal Charlo, and Jamal, I'm gonna be honest, that's my favorite fighter in boxing. And to see that fight, that was the toughest fight I've seen him in. Y'all went hard for 12 rounds.
Yeah,
and I'm looking like Brandon ain't got no give up. None. He got a hard. I can't, and I said to myself, I can't wait to see him fight again. So with that being said, do you have something already in store coming?
Yeah, man. So right now, dude, I've been talking to the promoters in which I was working with, Banner Promotions, the Contender, and I guess they sit on their thumbs waiting on somebody to come and contact them. So what I did is, I'm saying, I was being proactive myself. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start reaching out to folks. It seemed like to me, I'm getting feedback. I'm getting people talking back to me a whole lot quicker. So that's what I was upon. I got something lined up. And if I don't have something lined up, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. That just means I'll be under a new promotion coming real soon in 2020. You know what I'm saying? You heard it first. You heard it first. You know what I'm saying?
I heard it first. He said money talks, bullshit walks. It's just point blank.
Period.
So I want to get in some of these old fights, starting out. Who was the toughest opponent in your career that you faced so far?
Toughest guy I've ever fought, and that would, honest to God, have to be Willie Monroe. He was the first left-hand fighter I've ever fought in my whole boxing career, like from amateurs, pro. So I couldn't figure him out. I couldn't figure out what he was doing to me, how he was setting up with little small punches, how he was, how he just was such a pro. Honestly, when I was coming up, it was so many things that I missed out and not fighting, not gaining experience. And he gave all that to me when me and him was fighting. I would have to say it was Willie Monroe.
Okay. And compare after you fought that fight, I think who was it? John Thompson? Did you lost against?
Yeah, I lost to John Thompson. Yep.
What happened?
John Thompson. Yeah, I'm sure they was talking about it, but I had lost 14 pounds right before that because it was a dispute. I fired my manager, and at the time after I fired him, he came back and tried to sue me around the same time that I was fighting John. And the craziest thing is the manager that I had at the time, he was partnered with the promotion. It was kind of one of those deals. Yeah, so the promotion at the time was like, look, man, you got to take care of that before you worry about this fight. I'm pulling you out this fight. So I'm going to court. We taking care of all the paperwork and everything. as far as me getting a release from my manager at the time, not thinking and worried about no fight. Next thing you know, I get a call and an email from the promotions attorney, and they're telling me if I don't, handle business and fight this fight, then I'll be sued because ESPN is suing them. And so I was like, well, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make weight. See the fight doctor, and straight from going to go see the fight doctor, I immediately start working towards losing the weight. And that gave me about, I want to say, I went to the fight doctor on Wednesday. And Wednesday morning, I went to go see Dr. Glubman in the morning. Like, we drove down there at like 7 a.m. in the morning. His office opened up at 8. I saw him, got all of my doctor credentials and everything done by, like, I want to say 1 o'clock. After that, boom, I went straight to putting on the sauna suit, training, working my ass off, trying to bust chops so I can make weight for that fight. Didn't go well. As you saw, you know what I'm saying? I was a fish out of water, a shell of myself. Credit to John Thompson. But, me fighting that fight, being 100% healthy, that fight, only God knows how that fight would have turned out. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first opportunity snatched away from me under this promotion, who just been kind of like toying around with me. And after that, that's when I had that 3-year layoff.
Yeah, and then you joined the Contender.
Uh-huh.
Man, how was it? How was it being a part of the Contender, and take me through what just dealing with that, and putting yourself back in position to win again.
Man, joining the Contender after the 3-year layoff, dude, I was disappointed with I ain't gonna say the sport of boxing, man, but the hand that I was dealt as far as boxing goes. And I was discouraged. I don't want to have nothing to do with boxing at this point. I was trying to figure out, what should I do next? What's the next move for me? How should I make it? Not to trust. I can't trust anybody in this sport because everybody's, I'm saying, looking for a dollar that sell you out. I'm thinking the absolute worst, but I'm training every day and I don't know how to stop training. Like, no matter how bad I wanted to stop training, I couldn't, because it's embedded into me. It's so much a part of my life, my lifestyle. I just kept training. I kept working out. And then eventually I kept telling everybody that a fight was going to present itself. I was going to get the opportunity to fight, even though these promoters and these matchmakers, nobody's calling me. But I just kept telling everybody that I was going to get a fight. And sure enough, man, the Contender came. And when it came, the circumstances was, I would have to get back in bed with the promotion in which I didn't want to work with no more. And after that, I was reluctant. I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. I was like, man, forget that thing. Y'all can sit on that yourself. I ain't joining because I don't want them to be eating off my plate, because at this point, they shelved me for 3 years. They didn't want to have nothing to do with me. And if I join this show, I'm going to win. And it was like, well, you got to win first before you say all that. And I was like, all right, then. And I did join. I joined. I got into this tournament, man. I seen a bunch of familiar faces. At the time when we all went to go, sign in to come be a part of the show, I want to say it was probably like 50 heads in there. And all 50 of the heads that was in there were all battle-tested fighters that I've seen who was contending for world titles and who's on their way of becoming something special. And it was just about who could make weight at that time and who were good for TV. Sure enough, man, the 16 y'all saw made it on TV, made it versus all the rest of the talent. You know what I'm saying? The talent pool was crazy. You had Mama's Boy in there. You had Chris Pearson. You had this kid named Patrice. I forget his last name, man, but this guy was like 18-0, fighting out of Montreal, Canada. Dude was talented. Like, we had a chance to see everybody training and stuff. A lot of people just couldn't make weight that fast, even though we had, like, I want to say probably like 2 months to prepare for it. I'm a smaller body, so I was already in shape and pretty much on weight. Me and a couple other guys who fight at 54, But most of them dudes, they came up in there, you know, I ain't gonna name drop, but some of them came in at 200 pounds and a little heavier. And they was like, oh, no, the doctors ain't passing these guys. Doctors ain't clearing none of these dudes. None of y'all can fight. So they were sending a lot of guys home. A lot of dudes didn't get this opportunity, man, because they just didn't make the weight.
They weren't taking it serious enough.
Yeah. You know, or what is something, you know, ain't no telling what was happening in their life at the time. But I know, you know what I'm saying, when it was time for them to step on the scale, they was like, hold on, I got on the backpack. You just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? It was heavy as shit.
They're way too much weight, man.
Yeah.
503, you there?
Yeah, man. Yeah. We was at that Cholo fight, man. When you fought Cholo, man. I don't know if you knew or Stay Ready told you, man, but what was your mindset going into that fight, man? Because a lot of people felt like after the fight, you know what I'm saying, you was there, you didn't really want to fight, like you was there like just boxing, you know what I'm saying, moving around the ring or whatever. So what was your mindset going into that fight with Cholo? Like what was the game plan to try to beat him?
Well, first off, I went in that fight injured. I didn't want to turn down the fight, though. It's a great opportunity, and I felt, you know, that I could still beat him. It's unfortunate, but so I had a little injury preparing for the fight within my wrist, and it turned into my forearm or whatever. So I couldn't throw hands the way I wanted to. 1, 2, going into this fight, I had a game plan to stand low, using my height. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the smaller guy, use my height and everything. And what wind up happening, dude, is the referee tell me that I can't be getting low. And that threw away my whole game plan because I know he's bigger than me. And I was going to use his height. Nobody tall likes to get low, likes to get short and get on the, you know, like when fighters get on the inside. And I felt in the second round, as I was doing so, the referee was like, time, Adams, you do it again. If you go rewatch the fight at UFC, he gave me a hard warning, told me if you do it again, he was like, this is your first and final warning. You do it again, I'll take away a point. After that, I'm going to disqualify you. And I'm fighting this guy in his hometown, to his promotion. All I'm thinking is I got to be as squeaky clean as I possibly can and beat him down as much as I can so I can get the win. So
I never heard of a ref telling the fighter he can't get low.
Yeah. Every time, I swear to you, go watch. Paulie had he had the announcer. He started talking about it like, yo, how you gonna tell him he can't do that? That's part of his game plan. Like, you will hear them talk about it because the referee snatched that away from me. And you know, it's no time to be heartbroken about it. It's at that time I just gotta alter my game plan and switch up and do what I gotta do to be successful. So at that point, man, it was tough fighting against him, knowing that, you know, not trying to say the referee's in his back pocket or anything, but at the same time, every time if I land a body shot, referees pull us apart. That makes me reset. I have to reset every time the referee pull us apart, just so he can tell me, pick him up, Adams, just so he can scoot out the way. And now Charlo is trying to take advantage of the fact that I have to come in. I have to work and come in. Like they said, I was eating uppercuts all night, but I guarantee you, if you watch the whole fight, you'll count maybe 4 or 5. Then they're calling from different angles. Like I said, I'm not taking away anything from Charlo nor Ronnie Shields' game plan or anything, man. But it got way harder when I was up in there fighting and the referee tell me what I can and can't do. It got extremely hard at that point. So I had to do what I had to do to try to make the fight close and wear him down, and then eventually later on in the rounds to try to, you know, take advantage of that. But the game plan that they, you know, executed, it went well. It went well for them. And he just, you know, he wanted to stay on the outside. If I get close, he'll tie me up and wait till the referee pull us apart. So he did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. And like I said, dude, every time I had to keep reminding myself to not do certain things because I didn't want them hard penalizations upon myself. So that's just about it. That's just the honest to God truth of how I was feeling in the moments of as we was fighting, and what was taking place in my head at that specific moment.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Learn something new because I swear we didn't know that And what 503 don't know that I interviewed. This is our second interview, actually. I interviewed him at the weigh-in. Just kind of explain to the people because I don't think they know, but just that environment that you was in, just coming to Texas to see, at the weigh-ins and at that fight. Besides the fight, like just being in that environment.
Yeah, man. So I ain't gonna lie, dude. Houston, I was feeling loved in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool. Everybody was solid until they found out I was fighting that guy. Of course. But, you know what I'm saying? I expected it. I embraced it. I embraced the role that I was supposed to be playing. You know what I'm saying? The villain in this movie. But honestly, dude, it was exciting going out there, being called to, and seeing everybody in the stadium kind of look at me like, man, this dude think he's about to, overthrow our champion. This little small dude, and me strutting out there. They get my name wrong when I come out there. I'm telling you, psychologically, man, they were trying to screw me up. They called me the Hammer. And I'm like, man, that's the last dude who just fought. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all got me screwed up. I'm telling you. So right then and there, I was like, tonight must not be my night. You know what I'm saying? I already lost because I was screwed up by that. I'm like, oh, hell no. That was it. You know what I'm saying? I went out there with the saluting attitude, too.
But I ain't gonna lie, though. I like the fact you came out to that nip, though, man. I respect you for that, though, man. You understand me, man? I liked it, that shit, bro. You understand? Man, I ain't gonna lie though, man. It was just a memorable night, man. Like I'ma always, have you in my memory, bro. Cause like that was my first time actually going to a fight of Charlos in the city. You know what I'm saying? And it was a real special night, man. I got a chance to meet some of the brothers, man, and you got a chance to talk to some of my brothers too. I don't know if you remember Junior the Truth. He had interviewed
Junior the Truth. Yeah. He was shooting me up on Instagram and stuff, man. I appreciate him.
That's what introduced us.
Oh, okay. Okay. What? How your homie at, man? The Silverback Gorilla, man. Where your boy?
He just actually left from out here. He was out here training and stuff, man, trying to get his mind right, trying to get his body right too. He said he got something possibly big coming up, just 2020. So as long as we got the vision to see it, you know what I'm saying? He ain't lying. We gonna be tuning in to something real soon.
Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to it because I wanted to interview him too that night, but I know it got so busy. But I always reach out to him so he can come bring him on here too. I try to do interviews once a week.
Okay. Yeah, man. I could probably make that happen, man. I could reach out to him, see if he ain't too busy.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Have that brother answer his phone and see what's up.
Man, that'll be lovely. That'll be great. Real talk, man. So I'm gonna ask you this. These are some questions. What do you think about the current state of boxing?
Man, I think that right now, dude, boxing is pretty much on its way of being the number one sport in the world all over again. We got, these heavyweights going crazy. We got Canelo out here, trying to be a myth breaker. And then, everybody's O is pretty much damn near gone. So everybody's, scratching, trying to gamble and take bigger risks than they've ever taken before. Today, I believe boxing, we even got promoters who never wanted to work with each other, about to start working together. They got to start collaborating because, right now the sport is just that big. So I think that's super cool, man. I think it's super dope. It's a wonderful time to be a boxer. It's a wonderful time to be in the position that I'm in. So it gets no bigger, man. It gets no greater. A lot of guys, a lot of the fighters nowadays, verbally, we know how to speak. We know how to carry ourselves a whole lot more. You put a camera in front of us, not everybody's acting all crazy and stuff. We know how to carry ourselves, man. Some gentlemen and fighters and stuff, man. I think the sport of boxing is growing, period. It's growing and it's getting bigger and it's pushing its way right back to where it belongs. Everybody, the rappers, the NBA players, the NFL players, soccer players, everybody's shadow boxing and pretending boxing, all the celebrities. It's because we're so big, we're demanded, and I think that's super dope. We're trending, and we're gonna always be trending, but I feel like we're trending a whole lot more now. I mean, go look on your Instagram. You see everybody, all the comedians talking about showing when Deontay Wilder knocking somebody out, when AJ winning, you know what I'm saying? Or Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that brother, but when he loses and how he lost and, you know what I'm saying, and how he looked, period. Boxing is big right now. And it's huge, and it deserves to be because we warriors and we put ourselves on the line. We're gladiators. So I think it's dope.
Man, for real. I think the same way. I do think boxing is coming back in the form like it used to be. So besides in the 154 and 160 class, because that's your weight classes. I'm not gonna ask you about the weight class. Who is the current fighter that you currently watching and really enjoy watching that you like to watch this boxing right now?
Dude, man, I love watching Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Errol Spence. Uh, I I like Danny Ramon. He's one babyface assassin, man. That little brother. When I first came up in boxing, he was the guy that I learned a whole lot from. We started off at like around pretty much. Well, when I first started boxing, he was in the boxing gym, so he was the little smaller cat. But I learned so much from him. Him and his big brother, they taught me a whole lot. So honestly, it's mainly those guys. I don't want to say his name wrong, man, but I know I am. The little dude who just won Spectacular, he just became the champion.
Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say Tamagotchi or something like that. You know, but whatever the case is, I'm a fan of his too. I know he's going to be like, damn, but how could you hack my name? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of that fighter as well.
Man, right on. Let me see. What do you think? I gotta ask this. Did you watch the Terrence Crawford fight Saturday?
No, I didn't get to.
Oh, so you didn't get to see the Timothy Bradley's comments.
Oh yeah, I did see that though.
Oh, you? What do you think?
Wow.
What do you think about his comments? Even saying, but he never fought any PBC fighters.
Hey, you know what, man? From what I was told, from what I hear, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the moments, dude, where you feeling real good about yourself, about the hat that you wearing, and you know what I'm saying? You looking for a heck of you know what I'm saying, a hell of a raise. So whatever the case was, I thought Tim was definitely tripping, saying all that. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's how he felt, it's just kind of how I was brought up though. I felt like he shouldn't have done that. He kind of outdid himself up on that one. But you know, who's to say? Because that's not the, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't have. I felt like he just burned bridges, to be honest. I ain't gonna even sugarcoat. I'm like, yo, man, there's just certain things you don't say. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You on a professional level, you should know. But what do I know, man? I'm not where he's at. I just feel like, you know, he shouldn't have tried to go that hard, you know. Like you said, he didn't do it. But, you know, he's gonna go out there and promote it like that and say all that. That's why, you know, I love the way Andre was looking at him. Andre was like, that's all
I thought I was the only one that noticed it. It's like he just stared at him and with a grin and never took his eyes off of him.
Bruh.
he didn't look at the camera like, yeah, that's what he talking about. No,
bruh,
he looked
Dre looked and just was like, okay, Tim. All right, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I ain't saying nothing about it. I ain't got nothing to say about it. Tim has said it all. I don't even want to stay on this topic no more. I love that.
He jumped out on the ledge.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah, 503. You know.
Hey, come right back to me, bro.
All right. Yeah, he jumped out on the ledge with that one, man. I honestly though, I don't know what he was thinking. So I'm gonna ask you this one. I'm gonna go back to some of the fighters that you fought. Who's the hardest puncher you've ever faced?
Huh?
Who's the hardest puncher you ever faced?
It will be Jamal. Jamal got that. He got that going up in there fighting him under you know what I'm saying, everything that we fought under at, you know, fighting him in his hometown, fighting him him being the man, you know what I'm saying? That it was tough fighting him. He was the hardest guy to fight. So Willie Monroe, as far as difficulty fighting, it was him. First southpaw, he got that. He took that, and then fighting Jamal. Honestly, man, fighting Jamal under the hat. Fighting him. Right, he's rocking the hat. It was extremely tough, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. Given the opportunity, I would definitely do it again. I want to do it again, bad. Like,
is that
just
the
because, yeah, it was so many things that was happening during that fight that
is that fighter you want to rematch out of all of them, or you want to rematch all of them?
Well, I want to rematch all of them except John. John, he ain't 100%. John can't fight. I know that. He had gotten into a bad car accident or a motorcycle accident. But besides that, yeah, of course, dude, I'm a warrior. If it makes sense too, because I'm not doing it just for me at this point. I got to do it for the family. But if it was up to me, yes, of course, I would love to fight Willie Monroe again to show that brother how much I've grown. And Jamal Charlo, man, I would love to fight him. Now, I love Houston.
You want to come
But I
back?
will not fight him again in Houston. I would not fight him again in Houston. It just wouldn't make any sense. And I'm not saying I want to fight him in my hometown because I'm not the champ. I understand that. I understand that. Unless, all of a sudden, once we fight, circumstances say, but I would just like to fight him on even turf, even ground. You know what I'm saying? That'd be great for morale. But I just want to fight him again. He's strong. I believed he was strong. I believe he's a good fighter. I believe Charlo was the champion. It wasn't like I came up in there thinking anything less of that man. I felt and believed he made it to the position that he made it in, because he worked hard for it. But I just know how hard I work, and I was willing to put that all on the line, and that's why you saw it. You know what I'm saying? He hit me, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, I brushed a lot of it off because my mentality was like, dude, man, you're gonna have to kill me tonight. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to knock me out. I'm not about to be on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you none of that's about to happen over here. I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in my mind. I'm like, yo, man, you hit me. Fair enough.
Well,
do it again. Hit me with that same spot. But that fight, it was technical. That fight when me and him was fighting, it was real technical. I didn't have the proper use of both of my arms, both of my hands. But, you know what I'm saying? I made the best of what I had. And I just feel like me being a whole 100% going into that fight, I'll take bigger risk. Hey, ain't no telling what could happen. Either I could have gotten knocked out if I took a bigger risk, or you know what I'm saying, I could have stopped him because every time I laid hands upon him, he didn't like it either. You know what I'm saying? And he knew. Him and Shields, they knew what time it was too. They knew, you know what I'm saying, I'm not out here pity patting with little pillows. They know that I'm strong just like he's strong. They know, you know what I'm saying, once I start laying hands upon him, he's liable to do the same thing that every other man in front of me has done before. So it's all love. And I felt like, he respected me and I respected him as far as that aspect, respecting each other's power. Now, I hope it didn't appear to seem like that because, all the next couple of guys he's fighting before me who, the caliber of fighting, they went down and out. And the next few guys he might fight until he get the mega fight, if he ever get it, might not, be as renowned as the caliber I was. But I'm totally different from the other guys that he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? And they got to respect that, period.
You have you had this brawler style. Quick question out of the chat. Kevin Stenhouse asks, "What sanctioning body are you ranked in, or do you know?"
I don't know. I'm not. You never know, man. 1 minute you over here, you over there. They told me I was a WBO top 10, and then they told me I was in a WBC. It's just they start throwing alphabets at me, and I didn't get all excited about that because I was told that once before. Then before when I was right before I fought John Thompson, or right when I was about to fight Willie Monroe, they told me about ranking and everything, and that's when I first got excited. But the only time at this point in boxing, man, you get excited is when you actually know that you're fighting for the world title.
Wasn't you fighting John Thompson for an interim belt?
The WBC. The it was supposed to be. Oh, excuse me, the WBO. It was supposed to be the WBO, like some kind of regional WBO championship or something like that.
Okay, I just remember it was for a belt. Couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, it was like that.
Okay. Hey, Kevin Stenhouse also asked, did Triple G still want to smoke with Brandon Adams?
I doubt it, man. I didn't think that was actually true until I found out it was. But then, the offer, man, I'd be a crazy man to take the offer that they was offering for this fight.
Probably about $40,000.
167 and stuff
What?
like that. That's crazy. 167. Fight him. I made more money fighting Shane Mosley than what they was trying to offer me to fight him. But me and Shane Mosley fought for the finale of for the Contender. It was 250.
Yeah.
When I fought this dude, when they offered for me to fight Triple G, they offered me $200K, and I was like, wait a second, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, are they offering me this because I'm, you know what I'm saying? They feel that I'm just some nobody. I was trying to make sense of that because me and Triple G, as far as I was concerned, were buddies. So if I'm your friend, if I'm a friend of yours, wouldn't you want to put me on a little more? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you feel you're gonna beat me or whatever, go ahead, offer me, give me something. You know what I'm saying? To make me feel good about the situation. But no way. 167 was the weight. And then they pushed it down to 165 and said that's the lowest they're going to go. Find out he's fighting Rolls or whatever that's Steve. You know what I'm saying? Man, that fight's at 164. And I heard he took the same amount of money, if not a little less. I was like, bro, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to him, his camp, his team. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, in the future, you know what I'm saying, they'll send something respectable and then something to happen. But at this point, I think they know Triple G is, especially with the performance that I just put on, they know I'm not going to just sit there and just lie down. I'm more of a threat. You know what I'm saying? I think the whole, that whole division kind of saw me as like, oh, shit, this little dude could really throw hands, you know what I'm saying? So,
especially after the Trollo fight.
Yeah, so
they really kind of scared of you. They're scared of you now.
Yeah, nah, man. This is the sport, man. We all up in here. We supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, fighting the top fighters. And I understand. Guys want to make the most money. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a family. This is what we do it for. But at the same time, dude, like don't expect to not, you know what I'm saying, the promoters and everything. Don't expect to not have to pay somebody if that dude is a top fighter now. And I made it, you know what I'm saying? I bust my chops on the Contender. I made it. So, you know what I'm saying? Pay me to play. And I'm going to fight you anyway.
Right.
I love the sport. I'm not out here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gabe Rosario, man, but I'm not out here like that cat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out there like that, brother. I hate the name drop like that, but I'm just saying, like he'll let it be known, like, yo, I'm out here for this payday, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, and I'm not out here, like, looking for no payday, really. I'm out here to make a name for myself, for my family, you know what I'm saying? And then bring boxing back to L.A. Because, it's been a minute since L.A. put a boxer out. It's been a minute since the West, you know what I'm saying? Since the West was out here trying to kill it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help be one of them fighters to say, you know what I'm saying, what the West is doing, what we presenting, and how we looking.
How many pros are actually coming out of LA right now? Because I knew it was some. I just can't think of them right now.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure how many to be exact, but it wouldn't hurt for it to be more. As far as like good fighters too, it's a lot of good fighters out here in LA, but I feel like, too many people get caught up in the limelight. I just feel like that, man. Too many people get caught up. And that's not good for nobody. But out here in LA, man, we got Hollywood. Hollywood is right next door. So that shit is tough to stay focused. And for those guys, for a lot of the young guys, too, You got Instagram, that all that stuff is poison, you know what I'm saying? It's good, but it's also bad, you know what I'm saying? And it's tough. These guys got to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? The young fighters. But that's just me speaking from my point of view. Ain't no telling how these guys feel and what they're willing to do.
Okay. I got a couple more questions out the chat, and I'm gonna go to 503. He said, "Would you fight Jerry Hurd at 160?" Even though I don't understand why, because Jerry Hurd at 154. But
Yeah, no, I would fight Jerry Hurd. I thought I was gonna get that call. It didn't happen, but it's whatever. But yeah, of course, that's what
yeah,
I'm up in this thing for. I just said
you
I
know,
fight Charlo for round 2. I fight any of those top guys. You know what I'm saying? I fight any of them with the intentions on winning, with the belief that I could really beat these dudes, not just to get up in the ring with them. I feel like I can knock off. I am one of the top fighters, and given the right circumstances, I can beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? I come up in the fight 100% healthy. I feel like I could beat anybody. I have every right to believe that, you know what I'm saying? Because I put in the work to believe in that.
okay. Also, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens said, ask you about fighters ducking and why they do it. Is it fear or is it other reasons?
It depends on that fighter, honestly, man. Sometimes you got fighters who's looking for a better opportunity, who's looking at like, yo, man, I'm not gonna just take this fight. And they, through the grapevine, they hear about certain guys getting paid more. They hear about, if this guy got paid this much, and then, I'm not gonna just say yes to that. And there's sometimes you got guys, but a lot of times I don't believe that fighters be afraid. You've been fighting your whole life, you know what I'm saying? Most guys been fighting their whole life. They're not afraid to get up in there and throw hands. They're afraid of the end result and then how people gonna treat that end result, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, oh shit, there's a chance that you might disappear for a little while, or your money, you know what I'm saying, that them commas is gonna disappear. So that's mainly what it's all about. I'm just starting to get to that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, the cusp of getting them kind of opportunities. So I'm taking on anybody for a bigger name. So, and them are bigger gains. So I'm willing to fight anybody. I've proven that fighting the champion in this hometown. I'm willing to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. We here to be gladiators. We here to be warriors, and we here to, you know what I'm saying, fight. We here to fight. I'm not being picky about anything, dude. What Adrian Broner say, anybody can get it.
Facts. YY 9302010 said, are you signed to the PBC?
Hold on, break. What'd you say?
He said, YY 9302010 said, are you signed to the PBC?
Nuh-uh, I'm not signed to him.
Yeah.
You never know, you know what I'm saying, what 2020 holds.
Right? And 503, you there?
Yes, sir. I say, man, I heard the homie, giving us the ism, man, and he dropped something on me, and it dawned on me, man. You know what I'm saying? He said he want to bring boxing back to LA. You know what I'm saying? To California. You know what I'm saying? And when you said that, I thought about something, man. We got two young hot niggas on the scene right now doing their thing in California, man. Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? We call him King Haney, aka Black Jesus.
Hey.
You understand me? And we got Ryan Garcia, you understand me, the young up and coming King Ryan, you understand me? Who do you think gonna be the king of California when it's all said and done? But
out of those dudes,
excluding yourself.
Then it goes without saying, you know what I'm saying? It goes without saying, you talking to him. The dude who's battle tested, been in and out the ring, you know what I'm saying, in and out the game. He can tell you a hell of a story. He can tell you a whole bunch of everything, but most of all, you know what I'm saying, he gonna show him by winning.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? You said the king, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about what stands for as far as being a king, nah, man, these dudes, with all due respect to them and what they got going, you know what I'm saying? They ain't been tested like that. They ain't had to go through trials and tribulations like that. They got people taking care of certain things. I, for one, didn't. You know what I'm saying? I, for one, everything you see is self-made. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Mm.
I'm, I'm still in the form of building pieces, bringing pieces along and taking them out after I finish, bro. You know what I'm saying? The empire that I plan on revealing to the world is you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to be a part of the team. You're gonna want to be a part of Cannon Nation. And that's why I'll be out here screaming out Cannon Nation, because it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? After I'm finished and done, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a nation screaming wide.
Man, you already got a fan. When after I saw you fight Jamal, I said that night, I said Brandon got a fan in me. I'm for the follow his career.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? He worthy of following. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what it is. That's what it takes, bro.
yeah. Kevin Simshouse said Adams versus Sergey Deverenchenko.
Who is that? Oh yeah, that's the little brother. Whomever. That any of those fights, dude. I
Somebody
had to
else
I had
just
to think about it.
said.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anybody. I'd like to
Somebody else
fight any of
said
them, dude.
Brandon versus Chris Eubanks Jr.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a perfect tune-up for Charlo, right? That's what they. I'm sure that's what they. You know what I'm saying? If they would call me, I'd answer. I'm not turning down nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna put on both shoes the same way he do. We gonna train and we gonna get in the ring and we gonna fight. I know Chris Eubanks like to bang. I'm not just a pure banger. I showed a little bit of that during my last fight. But you know what I'm saying? It's
Fact.
it's it's a lot of things. I got a lot of upsides. And I like
Man,
his dad. His dad is something else, ain't he? The way he carry himself. Hey, he's something else. That's a
man.
whole different episode. We're gonna be get on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That's a whole hour long episode by itself. We can talk about this. I swear.
Yeah, man. So when you fought in the Contender against Shane, man, that was your homie growing up, man. And I know Shane is a tough kid, man. From Cali as well, man. Are
Mm-hmm.
y'all still cool, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, we still cool. We don't talk as much, but that's because he's in the midst of growing a family now, man. He's really becoming a family man. I mean, he's still fighting and everything, but he backed away from social media and everything. So he's doing real good though. Period. Point blank. He's doing real good, and I'm extremely happy for him. But yeah, he's my boy. He's my boy, man. But no lie, man. I wound up talking to all the blue squad that was on the Contender. We down there talk to each other every day though.
Probably got a live ass group text.
Dude, it's wild. It's
Man.
wild.
So, oh man, I wish Legendary was here to give him that speed round. But I'm gonna ask you something. Out of, who's are some of the top fighters that you've actually been called out to go spar to help get ready for a fight?
Uh Sean Porter, Triple G. That was Hassan Endom back in the day. There's a
Huh.
few guys. It was a few guys I got the opportunity to spar with. But yeah, it was a couple of dudes. But I didn't get to spar with a whole lot of guys, honestly, because it's always a lot of sparring going on back at my home gym too, and it's always upcoming dudes. Where I stay at is predominantly Mexican, Hispanic fighters, and them young brothers always hungry. Them dudes is always looking to try to learn and try to get in rounds. So I've sparred with a lot of them dudes, a lot of upcoming young fighters, man. So many of them, man, I don't even be catching their names to be honest sometimes. But it'd be a lot of fighters. It'd be a whole lot of fighters back at home. So I don't be going a lot of places to spar because I got a lot of sparring back at home.
So what's gonna be left for Brandon Adams after boxing?
Like I said, man, an empire, dude. I plan on creating for out here in California and LA, man. I plan on creating a vision as far as like for youth to believe that we extremely capable of doing, man. A lot of fighters, a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that's from the neighborhood. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get back going and get back with them. You know what I'm saying? Because situations, but I'm kind of like, you know what I'm saying, embedded in the streets. Kind of like, I'm not gonna say like Nipsey Hussle is with his neighborhood and everything, but at the same time, dude, my mom still stays up in Watts. You know what I'm saying? So I go back, we go back, I go back and see how all the youth doing, and that touches my heart because when I was coming up, I didn't have people that was there for me, that could talk to me, that could help, guide me until I became a young man. And by that time, I made some good decisions. I made good choices, and that's why I made it to where I was at. But I would have loved to have somebody there for me long time ago from the beginning. So I feel like me reaching out, me giving back, and me talking to as many young, inner community families, fathers, kids, sons. I feel like I have the opportunity to help change a lot of people's mind and growing up with their family, and that's mainly what I plan on doing. Like being some kind of using my podium to speak to, like I said, young adults to 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 reevaluate themselves.
So basically going
That's
into
mainly it for me, man.
type
I just
of,
want to help.
I said, so basically going into some type of mentorship. Getting, you getting choppy on me, champ.
Yep, I'm
Can
talking
you
to some
hear
people
me?
too, man. Besides that, dude, ain't no telling and everything, man. But I know word. You hear me clear? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear as hell now. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to
can you hear
figure
me?
it out. It's because I can't hear you.
You can hear me?
No.
Try to, hold on. I'm gonna text you. Hold on, champ. Hold on real quick.
I can't. All right.
Okay, there you go. He got it. What you think of the interview so far, 503?
Yeah, it was going good. Shit until bro got in the car and started driving.
That's what be happening to me.
California got all them trees and hills and shit, man. That's why foolish shit be chopping like that. Man, for real, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta be at the house when you're in Cali. Wi-Fi.
Man, that good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Not none of that cheap hotel motel shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this was a good interview though, man. Hopefully we can get the champ back in here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
I appreciate everybody that was in the chat though, man.
I see everybody leaving.
Anthony, wow.
Yeah, it's Quee Miss Boxing, Kevin Stenhouse, The Understanding. Oh, there you go. He's back. Can you hear me now, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
man,
you go.
you must live in the hills in California, man. You see?
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I actually am.
I told you he was in the hills somewhere around some trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
That boy stay in Beverly Hills now.
Nah. I ain't switch up that much.
You trying to get that?
Yeah, I want to be able to live there, but I ain't trying to go there. I want to stay grounded, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I can stay where I can, you know what I'm saying, still make them cuts and corners if I ever needed to.
I completely understand, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I moved out the hood.
Hey,
Nothing
I
against it.
did
I
too
love
though.
it. I still go back. But
Yeah, I said, no. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, I did too. I love everybody over there, but I moved out the hood too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. My mom, she don't want to move, man. She don't want to move. She want me to buy them. She want me to buy the little projects that we used to stay in, man. She want us to buy them. So what she want me to buy them eventually. And I was like, man, you crazy, but she probably owning something. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta do. I gotta make mama proud, man. I mean, she already proud, but I think that'll make her even happier, man. So I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bust chops, sacrifice a little more. You know what I'm saying? So I could be able to make that position
she, she's
attainable.
she's giving you that idea to start buying up some of that low cost property before the gentrification starts. That way you can already kind of preserve part of your neighborhood and still
Yeah,
make money while doing it.
yeah. Blessings, buddy. Same to you, my man. Yeah,
Man,
dude. That's super cool, man. I'm like I said, dude. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to be able to do something. You know what I'm saying? And then my mom's to put that little bub in my head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that means she paying attention to me too. Cause my mom's like literally, dude. She didn't even come to a lot of my fights when I was fighting. She'd be like, "No, I just prayed to God. I leave it in Jesus' hands, and you'll be all right." And like literally, man, she just upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Always upbeat. But she was never coming. And she came to the first fight she came to was when I fought Shane, and she only came because everybody made it a real big deal towards her. They was like, "Yo, your son's fighting for the championship," and she was like, "Oh, all right, well that's good." And because she just be going, man, and she finally slowed down and came and watched me fight. And it's probably a good thing she don't come and watch me fight, man, because she was the mother bear in her came out way too much. It was something that I wasn't used to, man. Like growing up, man, my mom, it was always just tough love. I'm just keeping it 100. My mom didn't grow up telling me that she loved me. She showed me. So just listening to her talk to me after the fight. Oh, you okay? You all right? He didn't, because I didn't see him hit you hard, but I don't know how that stuff go, And I'm like, what? Get your butt out of here. I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm good. But you know what I'm saying? That in itself was crazy. But I appreciated that because I'd never seen that side of her. So it was dope, man. It's a lot of first things for everything for me. And I'm taking it all in. I'm learning. And you know what I'm saying? The very memorable moments, I'm holding on to them.
was that your most memorable moment?
Honestly, for that fight, yeah. Right after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Like if you pit, like I was kind of taken back by the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole ride as far as me not fighting for 3 years and then me being in the ring. They called my moms to come in the ring. I don't know whose idea it was, but they was like, "Roslyn, get in here." And my mama, she got in the ring, and then my pops was like, "Well, let me get in too." And I was like, "Oh, look at this! This some Tyler Perry type shit." You know what I'm saying? Like then all of a sudden, look at this old chump. Well, yeah, I said whatever. I let him
Oh,
in.
shit.
I let him in. It's still love. I ain't shady like that. The man still created me. It's still love, man. But I felt I was thrown back by how my mom's came in because that's when she started asking me all of those questions. That's what she was trying to figure out and make sure her baby was all right. And that's when I found out, you know what I'm saying, that I was still her baby. So that was dope.
Already, man. Already. 503, you got any more questions?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. I mean, the champion gave us enough, bro. You understand? I'm cool,
He
man.
did. He did. I'm gonna ask you one more before we get well, two more before we get up out of here. What's your
Drop 'em.
what's your biggest moment that you've had in this sport so far in your career?
The biggest moment I had, man, it's between the Shane Mosley fight and the Charlo fight. Uh, and I'm trying to figure out because I actually asked myself this question before. I'm trying to figure out if it was the moment that I was presented the title. Um, I want to know if that was the biggest moment or the moment when when I knew how real it was that I was going to go fight Jamal Charlo. Like when I first flew out there. When I first flew out there and I seen all of his family. was up there, you know, his fans, the fan base, and you know, I think right there, I had a moment. It was during one of the interviews actually, one of the press conferences. I was sitting right there, and I was looking at his family, and I was looking at all of them in their face. I like to, me personally, man, I like to actually like make eye contact with people. So I was making eye contact with all of his family, his dad. You know what I'm saying? I looked at Jermel, excuse me, and when Jermel was looking at me, you know, he was like, you know, he was like kind of doing that. I could see him with his glasses on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Looked like he was smacking his lips up at me because I look probably confident or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I just wasn't phased. I just seen people who looked like me in there, and that made me feel home, you know. And I seen people who was rooting for their champion, who was rooting for their family. You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel home too for some odd ass reason. It made me feel good going in there, seeing that love upon him. I felt like it was bouncing off.
Damn, we lose him again. You driving through them hills again, champ?
Of him.
There you
But
go.
for me, it was always a because you know he's a world class athlete, you know, and one of the top fighters in the world. So that's how I viewed it. I viewed it like I said, man. I told him, and see, he feel the same way about me. He didn't trash talk me at all. All that stuff he said about everybody else, he ain't never pushed that my way. I appreciate that. You know, unfortunately, his brother didn't get the memo. But you know he did, and I appreciate that because he didn't have to do that. He could have acted complete ass being out there in Houston. You know what I'm saying, having all his folks and stuff, and he didn't. So kudos to him, and I appreciate that. And hopefully, you know, he grows more from that. And a lot of fighters, you know, look at him and see what he did and how he presented himself with me, and they pick up from that, you know, and they grow from
that. Yeah. So before we get out of here, I ask every fighter, every coach, everybody I bring on here, because I have some young fighters, young professionals, and also young amateurs that follow the channel. They always ask, I always ask the fighters, what's something to help, a positive message you can give to them and something that'll help motivate them further in their career?
First and foremost, man, I would tell anybody within this sport, because I got involved with boxing, man, because my dreams of football got shot down. And I always thought like, damn, dude, I got all these people. I don't want a team. I don't want people to come and support me. Like I had a chip on my shoulder, but I found out, you know what I'm saying, that you need a team. You need a supporting cast, man. You need loved ones behind you. You need people who love you, man. Each one teach one. That's one lesson.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, dude, like get with people who genuinely love you. You know what I'm saying? Love what you do and how you do it, and get them people around you, man, and y'all grow together. You know what I'm saying? Learn a little bit from each other, learn a little bit about each other, and y'all grow in whatever it is that y'all doing, and y'all can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong if people love you. If people like genuinely love you and respect what you do and want to see you grow, dude, they're gonna do whatever they possibly can to make you, you know what I'm saying, to see success in you, within your story, within you know what I'm saying, within your history, and vice versa. If you really feel, you know what I'm saying, connected and a magnitude towards this person, dude, you're gonna show it within your work, and they're gonna show it in their worth. So them are my two messages.
Okay. Barbershop Conversation says he going down to 154.
Yes, I mean, if I didn't make that clear, Brandon the Cannon Adams is fighting at 154 and going down by the route. You know what I'm saying? If there's any possibility, God willing, you know what I'm saying, if I can come down to 47, then by God, I'll do that as well. That's a
You
whole
heard it
different
right
story
there.
for a whole nother episode, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay.
You
Before you get up out of here, I gotta ask you, man. Who you got in the fight this weekend? Since we're talking about 154, man, Cholo or Harrison, man?
I got Harrison.
Is that because Mel was shit talking you down here in Houston?
You goddamn right. You goddamn listen. Hey, listen. I'm trying my best to be as honest as I possibly can. Like I love them brothers, man, but I want to see his ass get punched. I want to see his ass get bopped a couple of times, man, because I was like, yo, he didn't have to talk that much shit to me. I didn't deserve it. I'm one of them beings who didn't deserve it, and you did it anyway. And then you kept saying, fuck that nigga, fuck that. I was like, yo, on national, you gonna do me like that? On national TV, they couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't even edit that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going nuts. And I was like, and I didn't know he was saying it. Nah, bro, I didn't know this fool was out here saying that. And then right after I went.
Damn.
Yeah. Hold on, Chell. He
And
can't
then
hear
my
me.
boy go, yo, man, that dude, look, man, he was out there. And I was like, oh. So then in the back, I told him, I was like, yo, bro, why you popping like that for real, bro? Like, you popping like you don't come to LA. You popping like you popping crazy, bro. Like, you come to LA. I don't come to Houston, man. Like, but if I come to Houston, I want love, bro. I want to be loved, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why is you talking so reckless? And he was like, oh, my bad. It's all good. It's all love. And I was like, nah, dude. I mean, like, all right. Well, since you're saying it is, then I'm going to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you for your words, you know what I'm saying? And also your actions. He was like, all right, bet. But I was like, damn, nigga, what's your deal?
Yeah, man, little twin get rowdy, man.
Yeah, that's just how he's an emotional person.
That he get
And
real.
I believe that too, you know what I'm saying? Because my little brother, he's emotional too, but he's also professional.
It's a Gemini thing, man. It's a Gemini thing. You know, we Geminis. It just happened like that. It just happened like that.
Okay. Let me just play devil advocate right quick, man. We gonna get up out of here. I know you want to wrap this one up, man. But if Mel do win, would you fight him in 2020?
Come on, man. Would I? Hey, listen, if Tony didn't smack him around enough, you got that right. I'm trying to.
Okay. I like that, man. I'm gonna keep that in mind, man.
I plan on going to the fight. I plan on going to the fight, sitting front row and everything. Like, yo, I'm looking forward to watching this fight.
Oh, you got a big Kool-Aid smile on your face.
I'm looking forward to watching this fight. Dude. Like, yo, who you think gonna win? Well, I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
But if the guy needs a comeback fight because he didn't, because the fight didn't go his way, I could be there. Right. If the guy wins this fight and he needs a quick fight, you know what I'm saying? I could still be there. You know what I'm saying? So either way.
Right. Okay. I can dig that, man. I'm praying for you, bro. Hey, man, I want you to call either way it go, man. Whether it's against Charlo or the loser or whoever, man. They definitely need to call you, man. I'm disappointed that fucking Jared Hurd didn't call you, man.
Yeah, that would have been a great fight because that would have been an action-packed fight.
Man.
I know, man. He could have shown that he grew or he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He could have shown he didn't.
You would expose that for shit show. You would have found that quick. What he learned.
That's why he didn't call you. That's why he didn't call you because he knew. He knew. But you might get that call after this fight because he's fighting Francisco Santana.
Whoever that is, you know what I'm saying?
He already lost to Mel.
That dude, he been raking up. Y'all talk about paying and everything, you know what I'm saying? Fighters getting paid. That dude been raking up. That's the dude. I know exactly who you're talking about now.
Okay. Do you know who this guy is? Do you know who Demetrius Andrade opponent is? Luke Killer? Have you heard of him? He's fighting. Oh my God. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Like rappers.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Luke Killer, man. That's who he fight, bro.
Yeah, Luke Killer.
Rappers, huh?
Yeah, they fight rappers.
He fighting January 30th, man, for the Super Bowl.
I will say this is good. That card is gonna be good. He got Tevin Foreman versus Jojo Diaz on it. So
Tevin, man, that dude nice.
I'm ready. He fighting Jojo Diaz, so I'm ready. Who you got in that fight?
You know what, man? I've watched Jojo Diaz grow too, man. Before his hair color and everything, you know what I'm saying? I've watched that brother grow. I don't know, man. That's a hell of a fight. That's a crazy fight. And you guys remember a dude by the name of Sean Estrada? Dude was an Olympian and all that.
Yeah, I remember Sean Estrada.
Look at him, you know what I'm saying? Look, we just be running into dudes sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Look at him, you know what I'm saying? With his cowboy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he a real fan, though.
In LA, after they done beat the LA Rams and you wearing a cowboy gear in LA.
Well, he swore to God he was born in Dallas, man. That dude foolish. He swore, yeah, hey, Brandon, man, hey, come on, man. Well, who's your fan? Hey, leave it alone, brother.
Man, this was a great interview, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, man.
Man, you can catch me on Instagram, Cannon Nation. I've never been big on Twitter. Can't keep up with all of them. Brandon and Cannon Adams on Facebook. Man, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? See what's popping. Stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping all my information up on the next fight. You see the way that light going? You know what I'm saying? I'm something like a baby Jesus. That's lovely. That's a butt. You know what I'm saying? You can find me. You can find me always smiling. That's for sure.
Say, man, this dude is a character. Hey, you got to come back on her, man. As soon as you get some information about the fight, man, you know I'm calling.
Most definitely. Most definitely. One of my handlers is here, too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to even put her on spot like that. But we about to go work out. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's Tati. Hey, I was going to tell you a story about how your boy was trying to get with her on the slide. And now, you know what I'm saying, we saying it live. He was like, hey, man, what's up with your friend over there? And I was like, oh, that's my sister. And he was like, damn, man, your mom must be real light-skinned. I said, oh, this is stupid as hell. He's stupid. But nah, yeah, man. I'm super excited.
Man, I'm sure gonna be looking forward to it. You got to come back on. We got to talk again. You a character.
All right, for sure, man. Y'all just keep in touch, dude. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all trying to do these interviews, let me know. And I'm going to holler at Michael Moore and the rest of the contenders, you know, if y'all want to.
Hell yeah, always. They damn so welcome to come on here.
For sure.
All right, 503, close us out, bro.
Hey, man, this was a great ringside view, man, with the homie Brandon the Cannon Adams, man. Cannon Nation, stand up, man. Real LA nigga, man. This was a great conversation to have with the bro. He definitely dropped some gems. We learned a lot more about Brandon. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit into his story, man, but I think he got a little bit more to say. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna save it for next time. Like bro say, man, he will be back when he gets some more information with his up and coming fights, man. 2020 visions is hella thick, man. Like I say, it's getting so cloudy. I can't even see, man. I need some big foggy HD lights. You understand me, man? Hey, man. This has been another ringside view with the Houston Hard Hitters, man. Appreciate my brother Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. The glue of the Houston Hard Hitters, man. He keep this shit together, rocking and rolling, man. And we the hardest young niggas on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Squad business.
Fucking with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We growing, we doing our thing, you know. It's only gonna get better, man. You know, 2020, we will be covering these fights in the city. We will be giving y'all footage, you know what I'm saying, content, man. So y'all stay tuned in, man. And we might have something for y'all within the next couple of more days, man. So y'all stay tuned in, man. It's your boy 503 Line, man, 14 for the Houston Hard Hitters. And it's just like that, man.
Man, shout out to the almighty LDBC. That's Lions Den Boxing Community. If you didn't know, now you know. Shout out to New Media and Black Media Row. We grinding. We out here working. One of them in the chat, Fred. I see you. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and share this video to all your social media platforms. Tell them where we at. Tell them to come see this interview, man. It was live at 5. Like always, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can get the notification every time I drop some fire-ass content. And, man, it's your boy, Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV, and y'all know my motto, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.